Okay, here's a tutorial on more of making a 2D object that you've drawn in CorelDRAW to make it 3D. Okay, CorelDRAW is not really like a software, a 3D software, but you can make it 3D by using the extrude command. Okay, we're going to use extrude tool. This is the interactive extrude tool. Okay. Okay, from this one, here's our objective is to make this 3D object. And if you take a look, we only need this object here to make it 3D by using the extrude tool. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is okay, let's delete this first. We don't need that anymore, and that's our objective. Here we're going to use this object. Okay, I won't explain more about doing this object because those are just squares and rectangles, right? So you click on the object. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna do the top of the table first, and you go to your extrude tool. Okay, and I'll just click and drag. Okay, to click and drag, and I'm going to move this slider. That slider is the depth of the object. I'll just make it this way here. Okay. Now, if I decide that this is the vanishing point at X in perspective, and this is the depth. That's the slider for the depth. Now, if I click on plus sign here for the preset, okay, if I click on that, it goes to this this folder here, vector extrude. That means to say we can make that as a preset, so all the objects will share the same vanishing point. So I'll just type in here my extrude. Okay, you can name it as any name that you want. Okay, and then click on save. Okay, so what happens there, it becomes a preset. Okay, so say for example this one, I want to extrude it the same vanishing point as this one here. So I'm just going to go to my extrude tool, and preset, I would see that's my extrude tool, my extrude, that's the preset, and I just click OK. Now it shares the same vanishing point, but the thickness won't be shared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrow it down with my slider, or you can always go here. Okay, so if you want to increase there, and if you want to decrease there, let's go to 6. Okay, now let's do the same with this one here. So I go to my extrude tool, go to my preset, my extrude, and remember this one was 6 for the depth. I'll just type in 6 here. There. Okay, so let's do this one too. Okay, so extrude, go to my preset, there you go. Okay, since this one the thickness is 41, and then if I click on this, the last thing I did, it's 41, so it's the same, it took the same depth, right? So I'm going to use this one, go to my extrude again, preset, my extrude, there, so it's the same, so that's fine. Okay, now sometimes you come across, say for example this one is behind. Okay, sometimes it's the back of page like that. So what you're gonna do, you're just going to adjust the order of objects. So for example this one, you have to go to arrange and order, say to front of, say to front of this one. See, so you have to rearrange it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do here is I'm just going to duplicate this, plus sign again, and move it down to there. Okay, a good thing to remember too, that you have to have the snap to objects turned on. Okay, so I'm going to go this way. Okay, and I'm going to make this one plus sign, and then move it over to there. Okay, So now the next thing that I have to do is I'm going to put a fill on it. So you go to your fill and you go to your texture fill dialog and go to sample 8, and in sample 8 the last one is wood grain, and then click OK. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're going to make all of this the same fill. So you go shift to select, and then you go to edit, copy properties from, and you want to copy the properties of the fill of this table, no, top of the table, and click OK. And there's an arrow, and then just click there. Okay, so I'm going to do it the same with this, shift, and then copy properties from. I'm going to copy the fill and then click OK, and click on the top of the table, and there you go. Simple as that. So that's the end of my tutorial.